to the daycare. Welcome to the daycare. Welcome to the daycare. Welcome to the daycare. Stay away from cities with dyke mayors. They spray the pipes major. Don't play with your life, player. Or shake the dice, player. But if you got a quota, then stay away from toddlers. These bitches are fight promoters. Welcome to the daycare. Welcome to the daycare. Welcome to the daycare. Welcome to the daycare. Train your toddler. Please train your toddler. Whippings, timeouts, take her allowance. Cause on stuff she will destroy your life if you allow it. Fucking, I'm tired of rapping. Yo, low, bring in the choir. Welcome to the daycare. Welcome to the daycare. Welcome to the daycare. Welcome to the daycare.
Man, welcome to the Dirty Folks Daycare. I am your tolerologist, Dirty Folks, and I appreciate y'all being here, man. Today we're going to discuss how old is 16 really. Let's get into this real quick.
They don't have the same concept. Like, do you think you have the same concept?
I fucking knew at 12 years old not to shoot somebody.
You think you have the
It's not so much that. It's that you understand the consequences of your actions, not the result of your actions.
Shout out to the economy report. This will be chopped up and put on the economy report. So shout out to everybody on Rumble who pulled up for this ghetto news. Shout out to you. For those who haven't, man, go in the description, man. The Comedy Report channel on YouTube is in there. Make sure y'all like the channel. But check this out. The question is, does a person, an adolescent, understand the consequences of their actions? We're gonna go through a panel that I heard from blue pill conservatives or maybe red pill liberals. I'm not sure what it is. I don't know which one it is, to be honest with you. But a bunch of white folks who had a thought process about everything, like everything. It was like an 11-hour stream, but I got the best 10 minutes out of it for today's show, and I want to give you guys an opening salvo of what they're going to be talking about during their debate. So recently, there's been a lot of 15-year-old kids who have been deleting their friends and family members, right? It has become an epidemic. And I want to give a shout out to the little homie Ash Macadamia, man, for inspiring the show, man. This is his suggestion of a show. Shout out to him. Exhibit A. 15-year-old boy fatally shoots his cousin for attempting to pick him up too early from a party. Let's check this out.
It all started at a birthday party inside one of these rentals Thursday night. Police say 15-year-old Darren Fleming, who is on juvenile court probation, was at the party, and his mom wanted him to come home to comply with the terms of his probation. Moore, Fleming's cousin, went to pick him up and found him.
Hold on, man. That's worth the pause right there. He is 15 years old, already on court-ordered probation. Let's give a shout out for single motherhood. Let's give a shout out for a 15-year-old already under felony probation. 15. That's good parenting. But you know how it go, bro. My baby ain't never hurt nobody. But he still got shot at Bebe's party, you know? But yeah, 15-year-old already on felony probation for a violent crime. Let's bring that back a little bit.
Probation. Moore, Fleming's cousin, night. Police say 15-year-old Darren Fleming, who is on juvenile court probation, was at the party, and his mom wanted him to come home to comply with the terms of his probation. Moore, Fleming's cousin, went to pick him up and found him hiding in a closet. The two then fought, during which Fleming says he shot his gun. Moore didn't make it.
It's sad. I mean, it's a young kid whose life's changed forever. The man whose life is lost, and all the people who knew him, all the people that were at the party, their lives were affected. All the people that live here, I mean, our lives are somewhat affected. It just affects so many people.
Including many online who are now pouring out their love for Moore, someone they say was a good man, a giver, and a gift. Among many other things, they say he'll be remembered for working with kids and being a leader in the community. Nikki Hauser, News Channel 5.
I want you guys to understand something. I want you guys to understand something. No good deed goes unpunished with toddlers and boomers. No good deed goes unpunished. A man who spent his life being a giver, being a mentor, being a coach, went to his own 15-year-old little cousin who was troubled, and his own 15-year-old cousin deleted him. These are the things we're talking about. Do 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 adolescents have to be responsible for the results of their actions, right? Do they have to be accountable for those things? Now, with that being said, during that particular story, a lot of people are blaming the mother. A lot of people are blaming the 15-year-old kid's mother for fight promoting, basically. You know what I'm saying? Let's keep it real. For having one man go get another man because she raised the motherfucker that she can't talk to. So the fight promotion worked as planned, right? Because a good day for a black woman is one person dead, another person in jail, while she's sucking a third person dick before the arraignment. And she accomplished that. She accomplished that. Shout out to her. She got her cousin killed, her son's in jail. Perfect day for a black woman. I don't know why y'all think these are actually women. I say black women in a hyperbolic way because I know women don't come in black, but these masculine vaginal creatures who can't fight their own fight, but they want to be the man of the relationship. These people. Okay, anyway. Your audio seem low. Let me turn it up. I may be able to do that. So I want to give you guys another example of something that happened. A couple of examples of something that happened this weekend, because this is what the powwow was going to be about. It's going to be about should adolescents be either deemed as adults, or should adults have to suffer the consequences of children? You know, the funny thing is, yeah, it is low. You're right. You know, the funny thing is that prior to this time, sons had to pay for the penalties of father. If your father was an alcoholic, you were probably sober. If your father was a deadbeat, you were probably more likely to want to be an involved father to your children. Children pay for the sins of the father. Are we at a point that toddlers are raising toddlers at such a macro level that parents have to pay for the sins of the children? I want to show you this quick clip. This came from this came from Arlington, Texas, apparently. Student dies at an Arlington Bowie High School. Let's go through this real quick. You know what? Hold on. Put volume on. My bad.
So, approximately about 2:50 p.m. today, we received a report call for shots fired outside the portable buildings on Bowie High School campus. Our resource officers responded immediately. Additional officers were en route. They found an 18-year-old student laying unresponsive on the ground. The officers immediately began performing life-saving measures on him while we waited for paramedics to arrive. The young man was transported to the local hospital, and I'm truly heartbroken to say he was pronounced dead from his injuries. Bowie High School was immediately placed on lockdown, while some officers arriving began securing the area around the campus. The other officers began looking for the suspect. We located the suspect not far from the school, and he was taken into custody without incident. While we will release his name once we do some investigative follow-up and book him into the Arlington City Jail. But I can tell you, he was a 17-year-old male. He's also a student. We're still early on in our investigation. Our detectives are working to determine the motive. We do, however, believe the suspect and the victim knew each other. I'll have Dr. Smith talk about more about the unification, but I just want to first talk about community for a minute.
Oh, do I want to hear this? This is 7 minutes long. Do I want to hear about a black man talk about community? You know what? Yeah, let's hear him talk about community. Let us hear about community, but while excluding how black women destroy community. Let's hear about community.
We cannot tolerate this kind of violence in our community. We can't tolerate this violence in our neighborhoods, and we certainly won't tolerate it in our schools. Our Arlington Police Department has worked every day to proactively reduce violent crime in our city. But we can't do this great work by ourselves. We need everyone to help us. If you own a firearm, we need you to properly secure it so it doesn't end up in the hands of kids.
Okay, let's pause it right there. So apparently what happened in Arlington, Texas is a child or a teenager took his parents' gun to school and shot another classmate. Right? Now, because the child took their parents' gun, the parents have been arrested since then for aiding and abetting a criminal. So the parents have been arrested because their son took their gun and went to school and shot another student. You can say, yo, why did they do that? Like, that's bogus. Like, yo, the kids stole a gun. Why would the parents be placed in that type of situation if the child stole a gun? Right? So I want to show you guys another example. This happened as well, where the parents actually purchased a gun for the child. The child goes to school, shoots another student, and the parents get arrested. In these cases, by the way, the children have been prosecuted as juveniles, so the longest they can be detained is 21 years old, while the parents are being put in a position where they have to defend themselves for their freedom because they're horrible parents, right? But let us continue. And all the time, you don't have to be a horrible parent. Sometimes you just got a bad seed. But in this particular case, let's see what happened.
Not about parents who just let their kid watch violent movies or play violent video games. This is about parents who neglected their son, ignored his cries for help, and then bought him a gun.
The first parents in America to be charged in a school shooting.
Involuntary manslaughter charges against parents of the shooter at Oxford High School who killed 4 students and wounded others.
There's a myth that the shooter just snaps. It's just not true. There are always signs.
He was crying for help and being ignored.
He had pictures of a target on his bedroom wall, shell casings on his nightstand. The a very toxic, turbulent relationship. Those people are yikes. The life they lived was just crazy. The sexting and the really terrible things they'd video of their sexual acts. They purchased that gun for him with his money and bragged about it.
They're being told by a school counselor that.
Wait, that's kind of crazy though when you think about it though. They bought their son a gun with the son's own money. But you know what? This is baby boomer activity. They're not even baby boomers, but this is boomer activity. Let's go.
He thinks their son's going to kill himself, and they do nothing.
As soon as I heard they were called to the school that day, the messages about LOL, don't get caught, those were very, very concerning to me.
That's the moment that no juror is going to think, well, haven't we all been there?
Here's what it is. I got it. They do not seem shocked about him having the gun. There was no shock. Zero.
School shooters aren't creative. They're made, and it's made over time.
You don't get to walk away from that. You just don't. That's a criminal act.
Sins of the parents. The Crumbly Trials.
The opposite of love is not hate. It's just being ignored.
Only on Hulu.
I want to bring that last line back because that last line is so important. I don't think you guys understand how hate works.
On Hulu.
Wait, bring it back a little bit more.
The Crumbly Trials.
The opposite of love is not hate. It's just being ignored.
He said the opposite of love is not hate. It's just being ignored. I have said for a decade that the opposite of that love and hate is the same emotion. Love and hate, same emotion. The opposite of love is not hate. It's apathy. Now they said being ignored. And I'll go with that because being ignored is a part of apathy. The opposite of love is not hate, it's apathy. People do the exact same things for love that they do for hate. Exact same things. A girl says she loves you, she busts your car windows out. That looks like an act of hate. But she did it because she loves you. A person that says they hate you will still make sure that they provide for you because love is duty. And even though men hate their wives, they pay all the bills and make sure she's taken care of. Even though they hate her emotionally, everything they do is an act of love because love is duty. Love and hate, same emotion. Only apathy is real. They're absolutely right about that. Yo, shout out to Miss Lolita, man. When you done popped up on the Dirty Post podcast, man, shout out to you. Shout out to you. We're about to cook. I want y'all to support the stream, man. We're about to get dead into it.
Hey, baby. How much do you need?
Not much. Just enough for a new wig and a BBL.
Can dirty folks get some cash apps too, please, kind sir?
Before we get into the stream we want to get into, I got one more clip. I forgot I had it to just now. Like I said, there's a plethora of teenagers just deleting their friends and family members because they have poor emotional control and they weren't taught how to deal with conflict resolution, which is normally a skill and a trait that fathers pass down to their children. But with no fathers, you don't have that trait. With the Crumbly trial, they had a mother and a father, and both of them decided to get high, smoke weed, and sniff crack, sniff coke, and do porn movies like homemade flicks, instead of looking at their kids' psychological profile, which is why they got arrested when their kid went wild hunters, right? Because in that case, even the parents needed to be stopped, right?
Hell no, to the no.
Oh, Sean, switch my buttons.
Geniality.
Hey, y'all! Master's coming! He's coming, y'all! I have no censor.
Guys,
Yo, my button game is kind of weak today. I apologize, y'all. Look, but I want to give y'all guys the antithesis of this. You know what I hate? I hate when I have something queued up, and then when I go back to it, they make them run commercials. I'm not here to run the commercials.
U.S. Virgin Islands, naturally in rhythm.
Violence at a birthday party this week, leaving a 31-year-old man dead in.
Here we go. Let's go back to it. This is another incident. The parents were not held responsible for this particular situation, but the situation follows the mold, right? Another 15-year-old, right?
Violence at a birthday party this week, leaving a 31-year-old man dead and his cousin behind bars. Good evening, I'm Kelsey Gibbs. Police say it was Barrington Moore's 15.
But real quick, bro, let me pause that real quick. Another young man, 31 years old, deleted by their little cousin, 15 years old. This is not the same incident that I spoke about at first. This is an entirely different city. Same scenario, totally different city. 15-year-olds who can't fight and can't resolve conflicts, can't take an ass whipping, can't be controlled because they were raised not to follow a man. They're raised to follow all the goddamn women. If a woman would have told them to stop, they would have stopped. Their mothers teach them how to disrespect their own reflection. And these are scenarios that we come up with. So let's go through this. Where we at?
Behind bars. Good evening, I'm Kelsey Gibbs. Police say it was Barrington Moore's 15-year-old cousin who pulled the trigger. Several are now mourning the life of the beloved and inspiring community leader. Our Nikki Hauser spoke to a resident about his concerns and how the community is remembering the life loss.
A birthday party was going on in one of these rental homes along Youngs Lane in Nashville Thursday night.
It was there that two cousins got into a fight, and one ended up shooting and killing the other.
It's scary. People always say, you know, it can happen anywhere.
For him, it's home.
So it happening that close to where I live, it's a little bit scary.
Brian Clemens has felt pretty safe here on Youngs Lane until now, until he saw cop cars lining his street and learned just what had happened in his own neighborhood.
Because I'm not, you know, against guns or for guns or whatever. I'm definitely against violence.
But there was violence, and that night, 31-year-old Barrington Moore lost his life. It all started at a birthday party inside one of these rentals Thursday night. Police say 15-year-old Darren Fleming, who was on juvenile court probation, was at the party, and his mom wanted him to come home to comply with the terms of his probation. Moore, Fleming's cousin, went to pick him up and found him hiding in a closet. The two then fought, during which Fleming says he shot his gun. Moore didn't make it.
It's sad. I mean, it's a young kid whose life's changed forever. The man whose life is lost, and all the people who knew him, all the people that were at the party, their lives were affected. All the people that live here, I mean, our lives are somewhat affected. It just affects so many people.
Including many online who are now pouring out their love for Moore, someone they say was a good man, a giver, and a gift. Among many other things, they say he'll be remembered for working with kids and being a leader in the community. Nikki Hauser, News Channel 5.
Thank you, Nikki. And Fleming was charged with criminal homicide and booked at the juvenile detention.
unpunished snowman in the house, without a doubt. All right, so look, guys. The first clip I showed you guys was from Memphis. The second clip was from Arlington, Texas. The third clip from la la la, Nashville. Right. This is where we are with it. Yo, shout out to. I don't even know what to shout out to. Hold on, I'm looking in a minute. It's not showing up on my screen. But I think it said Carmen. Shout out to Carmen, man. Gratitude. I want to give you a congratulations, man. You deserve it.
I'm gonna drop a dime, quarter, a whole change purse, a Chuck E. Cheese token. I'm dropping all that shit. Don't give a fuck.
Happy, happy, joy, joy, happy, happy, joy, joy. Happy, happy, joy, joy, happy, happy, joy, joy. Happy, happy, joy, joy, happy, happy, joy, joy. Happy, happy, joy, joy, joy.
Man, thank you. Thank you. I appreciate you so much. I appreciate you so much. So, here's the thing. I've been hearing these stories for quite a while, but like I've been getting tagged in them a lot in the last 3 days. Okay. Shout out to the homie Ash, and shout out to the homie XL Pro Services, man. You've been sending me some good stuff on Instagram, but I don't be on IG like that. But thank you for the show ideas as well. If y'all want to send me show ideas, send them to the Dirty Folks Podcast on IG. IG /Dirty Folks Podcast. Inbox me. Credit to little homie Elijah. Little homie Elijah does a great job of telling me what messages to look at and what not to, man. So he'll make sure I get it, man. Go ahead and do that. Support show. Alright, so here's the thing. Angry Snowman made me go on a blue pill conservative and or red pill liberal podcast the other day. The podcast is literally 11 hours and 39 minutes. We are not going to go through all that shit. But they had a small segment in which they were talking about juvenile justice. It gets kind of freaky. It gets kind of pedophilic for a minute. No, that's not true. Pedophilia is under the age of 11. It gets to statutory sexual assaultish for a minute, but they basically talking about violence and if teenagers should be charged as adults. I want you guys to understand how the blue pill conservatives and or red pill liberals, whatever you want to say, right? Because they got girls on the panel, so they listen to girls with clothes on. So what you gonna do about that, right? But want to see what they're talking about. Let's go. Yo, real quick before I do that, I just want to know which one is my toddler is the native language buttons. This says, hold on, just give me a second. Let me see something real quick.
Don't mess around and lose a good man because you're a toddler in your emotions.
No, that's not it. I can't see him anymore. I'm sorry. I can hear him now. Shout out to that, but I can't see him. Let me see. There you go. There you go. That's what I hear anytime girls and liberals talk with clothes on. Anytime liberals talk with clothes on, that's what I hear, man. But all right, let's go. Shout out to everybody on
Parents be punished
on Rumble.
legally. Should parents be punished legally for their children's crimes?
We're talking about underage children, right?
Yes, of course.
Okay.
Underage
Just,
children.
just checking.
Yeah.
Yeah, want to start off light or go to the far extreme first?
Wherever you're going, Fatty, I'm going with you. Let's go, buddy.
I
What
think
is
it
it?
depends. I think it's gonna be different answers for different charges.
How about Columbine?
So yeah, so school shooters is actually how I got this. School shooters is how I got this prompt because that's actually what's happened recently. Is parents got these two parents have faced charges now for their child doing a school shooting. So this is like one of that's why he was using this example. Yeah, so the one I think with the one actually this happened with two different parents now I think because with the one the parents bought the gun for the kid and then the other one the kid just took the gun.
Well,
Yeah, I think the one you're thinking of, the most recent one, is
Yeah, but you have both examples here where one, the kid stole a gun, and the other one, the kid was purchased a gun from his own parents. So, like, do you think both those parents should face that?
Yes, they should both face
No.
it. They might not both get the same result,
Yeah, they
but
should.
they're still responsible for what they're that to make sure that their child understands how to use the gun properly, how to do that, and to keep it secure in the case of the child who stole it. Also, to check that your child is.
Let me pause right there. I just want to reiterate that the white conservative liberals, they conservative liberals. They not conservatives. They not liberals. They middle of the pack. They believe that parents should be penalized for the sins of the children. Real quick, because I want to let them rock out. Real quick though, let me say this. Once upon a time, in a foreign land called 1990s, parents were penalized for the actions of their children. It actually happened. I was there. Matter of fact, my parents got penalized because of me. It was crazy, right? I remember going to the rink. There's a skating rink in Chicago, literally called the rink, and the rink used to let out at 10:30 on Fridays and 11 or at midnight on Saturdays. And I remember it was me, Tony Taylor, and Quincy Mitchell. The three of us were catching the bus back. We went skating. We were teenagers. We went skating. We were catching the bus back. Like, we left on time because the curfew laws was you had to be, if you were under 18 years old, you had to be in the house by 10:30. We left on time, but the Chicago buses was running so slow. We was like 15, 16 years old. They was running so slow, so you would like have to wait 30 minutes for one bus. So we had to catch the 87th Street bus to Ashland, then the Ashland bus to where we was going, and then another bus going west so we can get to the crib. So we was catching three buses. So the first bus took like 30, 45 minutes to get there. We outside, we waiting, boom, we catch that bus. Then the Ashland bus come in like 10 minutes, but it's like a 20-minute ride, so we catch that. So now we like an hour and 10 minutes late for curfew, but we left on time, right? We just didn't have cars, right? We left on time. And then while we're waiting for the third bus, we're sitting on the bus stop, the police come through. Goddamn police. Do I got a police bull? I don't even know if I got a bull in this bitch.
What?
That's close enough. And the police come through and see us at the bus stop. By now it's like fucking damn near midnight. And the police see us on the bus stop, stop, pull over, take our names, give us citations. I remember to this day the big yellow fucking citation ticket that they gave us. Then took us home. And our parents had to sign the citation ticket. So it was basically like we were wards of our parents. Like we had to go to court or anything. But like our parents had to sign the curfew ticket and we had to be released to our parents for curfew. We were the wards of our parents, and the police used to enforce it. There used to be truant officers, so you couldn't cut school. Like if police saw you at 11 in the afternoon walking down the street, they'll pull you over and ask why you're not in school. Like they used to like parents used to be responsible for their children. Baby boomers in general and Gen X single mothers have killed that. But there was a time in which parents had to be responsible for the actions of their children. I lived through that because I got a ticket, a citation, because I went skating with my friends. So I know it's true. So for them to say that parents should be violated or whatever the case they said because of the actions of their kids is not far-fetched. It's old school. It's really the basis of the village that black bitches say they want, but you can't talk to their kids and they want to beat up the teacher and they try to get somebody killed because a motherfucker try to teach their son how to ride a bike. Like, these whores are horrible. Never listen to girls with clothes on. But the shit that they talk about, what used to be, all that had to be enforced by somebody. So there was a time where adults were responsible for their children's activity. So I understand what they're going with that. Yo, I want to give a shout out to Clue Channel, man, for the $5 super chat, man. Shout out to you, sir. I appreciate that, man. Gratitude, man. Gratitude. I don't even know why that button ain't working. But gratitude, bro. Let's get back to it, bro.
The parents bought the gun for the kid, and then the other one, the kid just took the gun.
Well,
Yeah, I think the one you're thinking of, the most recent one.
Yeah, but you have both examples here where one, the kid stole a gun, and the other one, the kid was purchased a gun from his own parents. So, like, do you think both those parents should face that?
Yes, they should both face
No.
it. They might not both get the same result,
Yeah,
but they're still responsible for what they're that to make sure that their child understands how to use the gun properly, how to do that, and to keep it secure in the case of the child who stole it.
Also, to check that your child is emotionally stable, right? Like a lot of these cases, the children aren't in like
kids
the
allowed
best
to walk
condition.
around with guns.
Exactly.
Yeah, I'm confused. Are you guys saying kids should be able to have guns?
Kids used to walk around with guns. They used to be hunters all the time. It's because they become ignorant.
Yeah, if
Again, you're talking about times where kids got married too. I don't care about that time. I don't want to. I
I'm
don't
saying
like
right now, kids go out hunting with their parents.
with their parents.
With supervision, yes.
With their friends.
Yes, but I would add that caveat with like parental
adult
supervision.
supervision.
Right, like the one case is where like they bought this son his own hunting rifle. He had his hunting rifle or whatever in his fucking room. Like this was like like you think that should be okay? Like
no.
Well, who just took his rifle and walked out and blew his mom's head off?
No. There's that too, but no. Like this basically like those are the type of cases though. Like the extremes that Fatty was bringing up is like you think the parents should be responsible for these type of crimes or like any other crimes you could think of.
No,
I think
children need to
it's always a
learn
case-by-case
responsibility for their actions.
basis.
Yeah, it's going to be a case by case because you have to prove that they're
Alright, hang on,
negligent in
hang
some
on.
way, or
'Cause,
like
like,
they
one of
aren't
them-
properly taking the precautions to like.
And how
make
old
sure
they
that,
are.
Either their actions
Negligence
or
and
inactions
liability.
led to the sequence of
Yeah, but
events of the
here's
child getting to that.
and then here's the other thing is like one of the cases that you're talking about, Easy. I think it's the one where the kid stole the gun from his parents and went and shot up school. They ended up charging him as an adult. So like it can't also be both ways. Like if you think that if in the eyes of the law, if they believe that he's mature enough to be charged as an adult, then I don't think that at the same time
No,
you should
I
be charging
think
his
they
parents.
charge. I think the charges.
But in the adult world, if you buy someone a gun and
The
give it to them
charges
and
of
they
the
go and
adult
kill someone
though.
with it,
Just to be clear, I
This
think
was
the
in the case
reason
where
he
he
was
took the gun.
charged as the adult. No, I'm gonna look it up, but if I'm not mistaken, the reason that they charged him as an adult was for the longer sentencing.
Well, at
That's
that
fine,
point,
but they're still
you're
charging him as an
qualifying
adult.
him-
I no, but they're not.
That doesn't hold
really,
the parents
though.
completely.
That doesn't automatically turn him into an adult, right?
If you're charging someone as an adult, you are saying they are responsible for their actions.
They have the
If you're
Yeah.
not,
major
if you're charging them as a
responsibility.
juvenile,
Okay,
then
okay,
the
so
parents are held
okay,
responsible
if
for
I
their
can, even if I concede this to you, do you think like that's how it should be? You should charge kids as adults.
Yes, I do think some.
Depending on what it is, yeah,
If
absolutely.
they've shown that they've acted in
But Dave, the
or I won't
child
answer.
the child that's charged as an adult can also have their parents charged as accomplices for that crime.
Sure.
So that doesn't.
If their parents
I'm
gave
mostly
them
thinking
in
because
this case that we're
we don't-
referring to, that's not the case.
We don't charge like 12-year-olds with like fucking adult charges, right? Like 12-year-olds
Unless the
obviously
parents
don't have the
unless
mental
they're
capacity to
child
understand
serial
what's going
killers.
on.
Exactly.
Even in serial killer
Unless I'm
cases,
making
they
that
don't-
joke.
even when they start killing people, they still don't get charged as adults because they still, again, mental faculties are not there yet. So in those cases, yeah, they're
Determining
charged as
factors whether or
So
not the
how
person
old,
who
how
they were
young
doing
do you
is
think
wrong or
they
not.
should be able to charge a kid as an adult?
I would say 15 and up would be where I would draw the line. 15 and up.
That's right.
Let me pause right there. So, what the liberals are saying is, if your child is 15 or and up, they should be able to be charged as an adult. Here's the thing. I won't even disagree with them, right? Real quick, I wanna let me do this real quick. Real quick, I wanna thank Mr. O man. Mr. O been coming through in the clutch, bro. He been doing his thing, bro. Shooting the whole club up. No condom. No condom. Shooting the whole club up. But I want to thank him for the subscription, the membership that he gifted somebody. If you got it, man, I want y'all to tag that man and tell him thank you, bro. He has been a great member of the channel, supporter of No Show Organic, and man, man. I gotta get you a wrench, bro. Hey, I'm gonna get you a wrench, bro. You gonna get a wrench. I can't do it right now, but I'm gonna get you a wrench. You deserve one, bro. But gratitude, sir. Anyway, so I'm not against, well, really 16. I'm not against 16 and up being seen as adults. they're about to get to sexual things, relationship things, and even with that, that reinforces why I believe that people know what they're doing. Liberal women have retarded America. Liberal women have retarded America. The whole statutory sex thing, because I refuse to call it grape juice. The whole statutory sex thing came because there was a time in which when women weren't married by the age of 25, especially by 30, they were called old maids. Women have never liked their male compatriots ever. They're not good people. But they never saw the drive, the motivation, the focus that men had so they can cuff a dude sophomore, junior year of high school, encourage him, help him with his homework, sit on the benches while he's shooting in the gym, football practice, whatever, and lock him down so when he did make it, he could use men's obligation, because men really do have a strong obligation to the people that were there when he didn't have anything. They don't know how to manipulate his obligation in order to get a ring. That's what's the quarterback name from Kansas City? The mulatto boy. That's what his girlfriend did. Like during the pandemic, his girlfriend was helping him run plays in the front yard. They have videotapes of her reading the plays and she playing center and receiver. Apparently, she hike the ball then run the receiver route to keep him sharp. There is never a time in which men abandon the people who were there for them. Black women think they're there for you because they do emasculating shit for you. They don't really do the things that women should do. They don't know how to be women. They don't do the things that women should do in order to ingratiate themselves to a man's love. They do masculine shit and then want you to love them like the homie. Call yourself cuz and all type of shit, right? But there was a time in which those women, regardless of ethnic background, got mad because those same kids their age, if they 25 years old and they still in their mom's house and their classmates are 25 years old, their former classmates, and now he's a captain of industry, you know who he wanted? Younger girls. And shout out to him, right? Shout out to him. So you had a bunch of 24-year-old men, young men, dating 15-year-old girls and marrying them. And those old maids, which is what they call it now, we call them a lot of things since then. Old hags, motherfucking whatever. But they were called old maids in the 1900s. Those old maids required a law to stop men from being with younger women, so she would have better access to men with resources, because she fucked up her first run when she was a teenager, right? So that's how you get the statute laws, right? You get statutory working, because when I say employment, statutory employment. So no longer can 12-year-old boys work at the factory. Now they got to go to a school shaped like a factory to learn how to work in a factory after they turn 16, 18, whatever the case may be. But no longer could they work at the factory and help their family out. Even though every 12-year-old boy, especially raised by a single mother, is 12 years old trying to figure out how to buy his mama a house. Am I going to sell crack? Am I going to work on my free throws? You know what I mean? Am I going to do tech? So you at 12 years old, you're very adept that you have to be part of contributing to a family. But they take that away from young boys, right? No longer could 14, 15-year-old girls get pregnant by a man who could actually support the kid. Now she's 14, she could still fuck a nigga 15 and get pregnant, and they'll build a fucking daycare in the high school. But you can't be 14 and find a nigga that could actually take care of the kid, because then he manipulated your mind. Liberal laws have been destroying America for the last 100 years, and nobody wants to talk about this. Nobody wants to say this shit. And when you say it, they call you a pedo, or they say you hate women, or they call you a dictator, or they say that, man, you got something wrong with you. You got an old soul. Like, it's always something, because liberals are based on chaos. Just liberals in general. 98% of black women are liberals, so all black women just fucked up. But liberals in general are based on chaos. They don't want rules. And then those people grow up and say how they can't follow a man. You know why? Because men are rules and structure. So they can't follow a man because they can't follow rules and structure. But they can follow a logo made by a man because they go to an employer and do what? Follow rules and structure. Which reminds me, real quick, y'all got to make sure y'all support the mayor of your secretary, man. We're going to teach you how to get there. Toddler, secretary. The only difference is training. Learn how to be the boss of your relationship. Enroll today. And be sure to subscribe to Toddler Tales on YouTube for your daily dose of dating don'ts. All right, let's get back to it, man. Listen to these blue pill conservatives or red pill liberals. I'm not sure what they are, but let's go.
That's probably about where I draw too. And again, it depends on the crime.
Yeah,
It depends on the crime.
situationally depending on the way that the crime took place, the thought going into it, whether it's premeditated.
So let's say it was a sex crime. Would you try them as an adult?
Well, what happened? What's the sex crime?
Like yeah, like it would have to be
statutory rape or something like that.
Well, no, just like it was just SA or just rape in general. Say it was rape. You try them as an adult?
Okay, so like if they took the time out to like fucking knock someone out, drag them to somewhere, and then SA them, then yeah, I'm starting to see more malicious intent. You have.
Well, they didn't knock someone out. They just went and forced themselves. Like I don't know why we're trying so much around this. They just went and did the action of.
Well, because there's gonna be nuance. Yeah, there's gonna be nuance. Yeah, there's gonna be nuance.
Okay, so they went. They forced someone down and raped them.
Is it someone their age or younger? Just out of curiosity.
Sure, it's their age.
Their age.
Here, I'll go into it. If it was like
try them as adults.
If it was a crime of passion, I wouldn't necessarily try them as an adult. If it was a premeditated thing, I would try them as an adult.
Passion? Yeah. A grape of passion? I don't understand that. How do you rape someone out of passion?
Okay,
you're in a situation where it means that it isn't premeditated. I'm gonna keep going with if you're in a situation where consent was given and then it's revoked when you're just about to enter.
Okay, I'm giving you the
situation. Not even just that, right? It would be in situations like
no, but I've given you
it's not premeditated.
No. I've given you the situation. Okay?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's not.
They
that's
wanted
not premeditated.
to rape someone. They held them down, raped them, left.
Yeah, go for it. Adult.
Yeah.
Charge
them as an adult.
Yeah. Yep. If they thought about it beforehand, then yeah.
Well,
I also find it interesting that depending on the topic, people are ready to change the age limit of adult versus child, whether it's
that's what I was
or sex.
I'm not changing it based on what happened.
I just wanted the reason I think there's a flaw in your thing
there are certain crimes that I think are unforgivable. Absolutely.
The reason that there's a flaw in you trying kids as an adult is now you're saying, well, 15-year-olds should be able to have sex with adults then.
Because you just tried them as an adult.
You're treating them as an adult.
You know what's so crazy? Everything always comes back to sex, man. You know why? Because, you know you're supposed to do is feed him the dick, bro.
When you give something to a bitch, they don't do nothing but take. That's why you don't give them nothing but the dick. Because they can't take that away. You'll see.
All they trying to do is make the things that men do that are criminal, like violence is criminal. They want to make the things that men do criminal. Then they want to make the things that girls do criminal for men. Like, oh my God. You'll see. You'll see. We're about to play this out. Toddlers have entered the chat. Toddlers have entered the chat, nigga.
Reason that there's a flaw in you trying kids as an adult is now you're saying, well, 15-year-olds should be able to have sex with adults then.
Because you just tried them as an adult.
You're treating them as an adult.
So if they're adults during a murder, then they can be adults during sexual relations.
Sex is an adult action, so if they do an adult action, we treat them like an adult? That's okay, so that's fine. So you're saying any 15-year-old that has sex, we should treat them like an adult.
They should be tried as an adult.
Why does everything have to come back to some weird keto topic? It's so annoying.
No, because I'm showing you how your logic fails. No, you don't like this because it shows you how your logic fails.
No, that's not why I don't like it. It's literally happened on every topic.
Well,
it always goes to, but what is
it? So actually, easy. I'll give you a perfect example.
Creating a double standard.
No, it's not. And I'll tell you why. Okay, so you're saying that they can go have sex with an adult. To a certain extent, yes. So for instance, in my state of Florida, okay, you can date within 4 years of each other, and so like a 15-year-old actually could be with an 18-year-old. Yes, that's legal. So they have legal consenting sex. They can do that, or maybe it starts at 16. I'd have to look that up.
Okay,
But
that's not what That's not what we're talking about, though, right? So like,
That was the strongest argument that I've heard all night.
Look, to me, the
but
more
that was.
interesting thing is about the parents, right? That's what this
You
whole thing
said that
should
they
be
could
about.
have
It's about
sex
why
with
the
an. Hang on,
parents
hang on,
are.
hang on, hang on. Easy. What were you saying? Because you said that they could go have sex with an
saying
adult.
you're trying them as an adult, right? So I said, why would you treat a child as an adult? And you guys said because they did an adult action. And I said, yeah, so sex is an adult action. So
I don't even hear nothing. I know y'all don't hear nothing. I don't hear nothing. That shit crazy. Now I don't hear nothing. So anyway, I wish Snowman was here. Snowman the one that sent me to this red pill liberal or blue pill conservative, whatever you want to call it, panel. But basically, they devolved the argument. I could play it while I go because they ain't saying nothing. They devolved the argument to what's the difference between a 15-year-old kid with a gun that shoots a family member at a barbecue versus a man who sleeps with a 15-year-old girl, right? Now, they never said that anything should happen to the 15-year-old girl, not one time, even though I have been a child before. I was there for the show me yours, I'll show you mine. I was there for the catch a girl, freak a girl. I was there for the playing house or doctor, depending on where you are. I was there when girls were asking random men. I don't say random like like they didn't know him, but random like they wasn't their boyfriend, like they didn't love him. Asking random guys to pop their cherry just to get it out the way because they didn't want to be attached to the. Like when I was young, old cats used to be like, "Yo, you get a virgin, she'll love you for life, man, because she had to love you to give her virginity up." By the time my turn came, girls was giving that shit away like goddamn candy, nigga. They was like, "Take this bitch." Like they just wanted to get rid of it so they can get to the hoeing. So I was there when young girls found out that if they snuck a mini skirt into class, that they no longer had to catch the bus home from school. Now some random dude would, take them home from school. Should be able to get in a box Chevy. And shout out to them, right? Inspired niggas everywhere to get a box Chevy or a Regal. I was there. I have been a child before. I was 16 years old. I was 15 when she was 15, and we in the same fucking biology or chemistry class, whatever year that was. And while she's telling me that she's too mature for a boy her age, she gotta date niggas that's 22.
wrong. They don't have the same concept. Like, do you think you have the same
I
concept?
fucking knew at 12 years old not to shoot somebody.
You think
It's not so much that, it's that you understand the consequences of your actions, not the result of your actions.
I love it though, because I like that. That people know the consequences of their actions. No, 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 no. They do not know the consequence of their actions. They just know the results. So they know if they shoot you, you will die. They know the result. They don't understand that they may be gone for 26 years because they shot you because they was in their feelings. Like feelings matter now. To men. That's just crazy, nigga. To men, that's crazy.
Hell no, to the no, no, no.
Yeah, we in an era where female level feelings matter to men, right? You hurt my feelings, you need to die. You hurt my feelings, you need to whatever. LeBron James cries every game. I'm like, damn nigga, you 40 fucking years old. You still crying? Feelings matter now. Because all that 1980s shit that we was laughing off when we was kids, all the girls talking about, I just want a man to show me his emotional side. Now we in an age where men show the emotional side, and these same bitches saying y'all not men. Everything y'all did, listening to girls with clothes on, came back to make you a weaker society. Where my nigga Angry Snow at? Hold on, tribe. Let's call Angry Snow together. My phone at? Because this is supposed to be a Dirty Snow podcast. And Angry Snow ain't here. Let's call him together. Because he's supposed to open up the. I was doing the intro and he's supposed to open up the panel so y'all can slide through. I don't see no goddamn Angry Snow. And you know why? Because he trailer park. Well, let's try this together. Cracker Barrel on some bullshit. Yo, put a two in the chat if y'all wanna pop up on the panel. Put two in the chat if y'all want a panel. Anyway, let me show y'all something else. Wait for that. I'm multitasking. You know, guys, for those who came through, man, real quick though, I want to thank everybody that popped up last night on the stream, man, and joined our cookout. Salute to y'all. You know what's so crazy about the cookout? I cooked all that chicken. You know the motherfucker stole all my chicken, bro? That shit was crazy, man.
That is amazing.
They stole all my chicken. They left me with their goddamn pork hot dogs. I don't eat pork. They left me with hamburgers. I don't really eat beef. I mean, I do eat Angus beef, but they left me with regular, like, ground beef. I'm like, I don't eat this inferior meat. It stole all my jerk chicken. So now I gotta fry real chicken. I gotta fry different chicken. I want to show y'all something else, though. While we waiting for snow to blow. I'm gonna pull this up real quick. Hold on, let me find this, man. Let me take a quick break. I'm gonna come right back, man. Let me find this clip real quick.
Until it became hard between his fingertips, while his right hand eased her love lips. Nikki Mullen's finger darted across her slippery, which is when she felt her insides being split by the thickness, gasped for breath as water stroke after stroke. Her legs quaked and her muscles, oh shit, Dion, at the top of her lungs and swallowed his meat whole. Her hands grabbed his hips and she pushed and pulled, forcing him to thrust his pole back and forth against her twisting tongue as it gradually turned into more than she could swallow. She moved her hands to the shaft and
Crusader Publishing, where books come to life.
Alright, so I want to show you guys something real quick. This is kind of off the beaten path, but not really. There's been a lot of talk about the NFL draft. That happened over the weekend. When it happened yesterday? Day before yesterday? And apparently black women are upset that most of the guys who got drafted by the NFL have white girls on their arm. And to those guys, I just want to salute y'all, bro. I just salute y'all. Truth of the matter is, outside of minstrels, you know, athletes and actors, outside of minstrels, when black men go other, they normally go Latino. So to say that the white woman is a person taking a bunch of black men, that's just not true. It's just that black women hate white women the most, so they blame everything on white women because they got to blame everything on somebody else other than themselves. It has to be somebody else's fault. That's just how that works. Um, I'm looking for it. Am I on the wrong account? I might be on the wrong account. Let me pull up my other Facebook. I want to show you guys um how many draft picks pulled up with the hottest Caucasianer because she made him happy. Matter of fact, there's a great video about that. Hold on, let me pull up this video. I know what it's at. Da, 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 da. I know where it's at. Well, I'll look for this video real quick. Support the brand, man. Support the brand. All right, I got it. Let me pull it up real quick. So, here we go. Hold on. This isn't even from yesterday though. This is something that's older, but it represents how many black guys had white girls at the combine. Let's check this out.
Yeah, I'm staring at you. How?
Is there a problem?
Not really. Saddled over there with your black man accessory, and I'm just tired of that story. To be honest, it's basic. But that's just me, personally.
Okay. Maybe I'm just a good woman.
Huh?
Like a good girlfriend. Maybe I add value to his life. I've been with him since he was doing community theater. I cooked, I cleaned, I've had his back from the very beginning. I've always supported him. Maybe two good people found each other, and I'm a good woman who found a good man.
Bitch, don't even act like you don't know what's going on out here. You got all the advantages in the world to be a good woman. You can afford to invest early. I ain't got time to be sitting out here with no community theater ass nigga for 8 years and wishing on the goddamn star. There are plenty of good black women. But you don't see Brad Pitt trying to date Shonda Rhimes. No. Tight, beautiful.
No, black girls are dumb. You just gotta roll with that. But she totally missed the point. Let me tell you what the point was. There are a million and one stories pre social media. There's a million and one stories of women who are with men that they are not physically qualified to be with. There's a million stories of you see a dude with a girl be like, damn, why he with her? But you don't understand what she did to make him that guy. Right? He's that guy when you met him. He's an improved product. But she helped him. She was there when he was shooting in the gym. Right? That doesn't exist anymore. Just believe it used to once upon a time, right? Just like once upon a time, your mama used to be skinny, nigga. Just roll with it, right? She had a day. Your mama had a day just like cooperative girls had a day. Anyway, cute girls have never been cooperative, but now fat girls ain't cooperative because they think they're cute. But I digress. So, what happened is somebody told black people that black equals poor, even though everybody ain't poor, right? And then black women felt like they deserved $1 billion man. Like they all think they deserve $1 billion man. While everybody else is like, you know what? If we can combine our income and buy a house and have grass in the front yard and have enough money to have a kid and a dog and maybe even a bird house, we good. And we can work on everything else later. Everybody else sees life as a process. Black women see life like crack whores. Everything's instant gratification. On Monday, they need to be broke, and on Tuesday, they need to suck the right dick to get $1 billion. They have an unrealistic expectation of how life works. And you can't build with that. The only thing that listening to black women will get you is dead or in jail. Dead or in jail. There's no other two options. It's not going to get you prosperity. So that is a huge reason in which when you saw all those boys that were at the draft with girls who have been spending the last 2 or 3 years in college helping him with his homework so he can stay eligible, sitting there while he was practicing, helping him with his playbook because he couldn't really understand everything that was going on. This football player is not that smart. I played college football. Them niggas was dumb as shit. Helping him get to the position where he could provide for her. Like she is a contributing partner of making sure that the dude that she chose can provide for her. Then all of a sudden it's something bad because she put in work. And then you get a bunch of black chicks talking about, I ain't got time. Bitch, you went to college for 5 years. They all go to college for 5 years. Don't worry about that. While everybody else in college was trying to find a husband, black girls are in college saying they don't need no man. They're getting degrees so they can supplement not having a man. Just to get a degree and a job and find a felon. They're not good people. They're not really good at being human beings. Human beings. So I just wanted to put that out there because I want you guys to listen to black girls with clothes on. I want y'all to listen to any liberal women with clothes on, but black women, period. If you hear two or more black women saying the same thing, do the opposite, gentlemen. Do the opposite, man. Black girls don't know shit. Anyway, I don't know where Snow at. So I'm about to go finish frying my chicken. If we pull up with Snow, we're going to do a second show today because I want to do this shit with Snow. Anyway, as always, gentlemen, I want to appreciate everybody that contributed to the show, everybody that slid through. Goddamn, man, let's try to get this fucking chat back up to at least 100 people. This shit is crazy. Anyway, as always, man, love your brothers as you love yourself. Feed the pack. Tribe up.
I got this nigga.